I'm sick of struggling and learning the hard way. I don't want my entire life to be a convoluted mess of me going through traumatic events to feel comfortable and the aspects of me feeling uncomfortable. I don't want to learn the hard way anymore. Is there an easy way? Could I perhaps get a much more streamlined version of what's going on within the entire existence that I'm going through? I had to learn taxes by myself. I had to learn how to figure out how to go grocery shopping. No guide was permitted for me. And maybe if there was a class in school that taught people, it's just a class that says, if you're going to be an adult, you might need to learn this. Maybe something along that lines, maybe essential life skills, something of that variety. Yeah, I've never used social studies or reading or history in any of my realistic classes. I've never used those. I never had the opportunity to use that. I would enjoy it, and I would deeply, deeply enjoy it if people stop telling me, yeah, but that's just life. No, it isn't, dude. That's not just life. You want it to be just life because your life is bad and you want people to go through the same misery you went through. I saw a child on an iPad. And one of my friends looked at him and said, oh, well, guess what? I didn't have an iPad growing up. Neither did your parents have a Walkman growing up. Neither did your parents have a Game Boy growing up. They had to play stick and dirt and stuff of that variety. And before that, those parents didn't have that. As a matter of fact, there's so many advantages that we get with each generation. We're going crazy. I'm happy that kid has an iPad. Yeah, but he's going to be stupid. He's not going to know how to problem solve. I'm not gonna lie to you, he is gonna learn how to problem solve because he has so much information on that. He has so much how to do things. There's probably parental blocks on that thing, and that kid figured out how to get past that parental block. Same way we figured out how to get to cool math games back in the day. I hate so deeply. I hate the fact that we think, or most people think, a lot of people think, let's say majority of people think that you gotta go through the hard way. Things are supposed to be easy. It would be great if things were easy. Well, life's supposed to be half parts suffering and half parts enjoyment. And then the bad parts are supposed to be there so you can enjoy the good parts. I completely agree with you. But you don't have to figure out every single minutia the hard way. Granted, people on a wide scale do not enjoy the aspect of, well, you may have told me how to do it, but I'm going to figure it out myself. A lot of people do not enjoy that, because they do it all the time. As a matter of fact, I told my friend they should start a show called Common Side Effects. I said, you should start Common Side Effects. It's a really good show. And they said, I don't want to. I don't think I'll like it. 2 days ago, they're telling me, hey man, have you ever seen Common Side Effects? I said, I told you to start that show. They said, oh, it was you. Sorry, bro, it's a good show. I knew that they would enjoy it. I told my brother to start Smiling Friends. And he said, nah, I'm not going to enjoy Smiling Friends. Some guy at work talks about it, and he's really annoying about it. So the whole show was annoying to me. I said, okay, that's fine. And then recently, he started Smiling Friends. It's his exact brand of humor. He learned his own way that he enjoyed it. And I know it may be more gratifying to discover something. I feel like you're breaking ground zero upon a new thing or something of that variety. Or maybe you feel like you have to do these hard self-imposed tasks to gain a calloused mind. You have to do that. But man, am I sick of it. I'm sick of beating my mental body physically down, spiritually, existentially. I'm sick of doing this. I'm sick of it. Why can't we make things easier? Why have we not developed a way to make things simpler, easier, more streamlined, better for all of us? Why have we not done that? Why have we decided to make things significantly more difficult for the mass bulk of all of us? Why have we done this? Why must we learn a lesson? Why do we have to suffer before the greatness? Why is that? Is it to gain the essence of human perseverance? Is that the meaning of life? Is that your meaning in itself? This is disgusting. I hate every single second of it. It's so disgusting. I am upset. My chest hurts. I clench my chest at night, hoping, waiting for an easy day to come through. Every single day has been hard. I act like everything's fine. I act like I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. But I got schizoaffective disorder. This isn't some small thing. I don't have autism. I don't have ADHD. I don't have ADD. I don't have anything. I don't have OCD. I don't have none of that. I don't have SPD emergencies, Power Rangers. I don't got nothing that way. I have horrifying audio visual hallucinations. I have night terrors every night that leave me shaking and fearful of everything. I wake up in a cold sweat and I can't tell when I'm awake or asleep at night. I can't tell anytime. It's difficult. And during the day, this happens nonstop. I hear things right now. I just ignore them. I just ignore it and I deal with it every single moment. I'm sick of learning the hard way. I'm sick of learning small little coping mechanisms to deal with things. I just want life to be easy. I just want things to be great. I just want to feel good. Why am I not allowed to feel good? Why does it seem like I am being punished for simply existing? Is this what it is? Massive punishments? And it's not just pain. There's a small difference between suffering and pain. Pain, you know when it's going to end. You get punched, you can tell, okay, I can see the punch coming. I know I'm going to get hit. Boom, that's fine. However, suffering is getting punched and then breaking an arm. How long is it going to take for this to heal? I have no clue. I can look up how long it's going to take to heal, but all bones are different. What if it heals incorrectly? Suffering is the not knowing. It's the guessing game. It's the guessing game of everything. That's the hard part. I don't know. I don't know what's next. And that's the hard way. My parents deeply told me that I was going to have to get a factory job or I was going to have to go to college and do this stuff. And I went to college. I don't use my degrees for a goddamn thing. I don't use them for anything. I have not used my degrees for anything. I haven't. Want to know why I haven't used them for anything? There's no need to. None of the jobs that I want actually are hiring. It's stupid. I hate every single second of this. I want to lay out in a field, a grassy field, and have the sun hit my face. I want to explore. I want to have financial freedom. I want to be able to be here 100% for every single second of every single moment. I want to be here, but I can't. I can't be here. Why can't I be here? Why am I not allowed to be here? Why does it feel like I'm disconnected and dissociating from every piece of what I am? Why does it feel like I can't muster up the courage or strength to do things? And they say it makes you stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. What doesn't kill me leaves me scarred. And the scar feels horrifying whenever something that killed me brings back up. Every time I get in the car, I panic. I've been in so many car crashes. Every time I get into a relationship, I panic. I've been cheated on so many times. And I have to learn the hard way each moment and each second every day. I started to check the weather one time because one time I drove in the rain and it was raining so bad that I ruined every second of my day. It was so bad. It rained so bad that I cried in the car by myself because I couldn't see anything. I pulled over and just broke down in tears, dude. Couldn't see anything. I was so scared of dying. I was horrified of death. And people regularly just drive in the rain, get into car crashes, do all this stuff, and they say, well, I got insurance and things of that variety. I get so scared. I break down so often. So very often. And I'm sick of learning the hard way. I'm sick of having this be the regular occurrence for everybody. I'm sick of everybody telling me that I have to do it this way, that this is life, that this is the regular way everyone goes about it. If this is how everyone does it, then nobody's okay. No one. And you may be a pillar of strength, and that's fine. You may be calm and collected and reasonable and able to deal with this. But has anybody ever asked you what's going on and how you're doing, dude? Has anyone done that for you? How are you doing? I can't imagine it's good.
I'm your nigga night, be my loyalties low. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you're free.